Hello, welcome to week two, HCIT 4343, section A. Dr. D just wanted to check in with you after a very successful week one. Thank you very much for your hard work. I've got some specific feedback that I'm going to give you on week one, but for this lecture, I really want to just talk about week two or unit two and some of the overview that you have to do, including the readings, chapters 4 through 6. You'll have an opportunity to read about information systems and how it positively affects population management. And we'll get into some of the nitty gritty on implementing clinical information systems, such as determining what your criteria is, ultimately acquiring the system, and then implementing and adopting the system and all of the support activities that go along with that. And that's really building upon the hard work that you have accomplished in Unit 1 when you had an opportunity to really investigate how um, quality data and electronic health records go hand in hand. So, really, this is just an extension of that. You've got an interactive assessment here where you will discuss the benefits and drawbacks of cloud based architecture as it relates to healthcare organizations. And specifically, do you believe that the benefits outweigh the drawbacks? And please support your answer with a why or why not. Very important there. I was kind of lenient there in Unit 1, but it's very important here on the interactive assessments that you incorporate outside sources to support your work. So please integrate 2 to 3 evidence-based or what we call peer review articles in order to support your research findings for the interactive assessment. And then finally, there in week two, you have an opportunity to submit an assignment on system procurement and implementation. Now, in the quote unquote real world, when we are looking to implement clinical systems such as EHRs or EMRs, health information exchanges, clinical data repositories, electronic medication distribution systems, electronic pharmacy systems. There's usually a team of cross functional experts from across the entire organization. And we all come to the tables with our wants, needs, and desires as it relates to the new system and how it can support your department or division or unit. Ultimately, those requirements are gathered together and we send out a request for proposal or a request for quotation to software vendors. We get the information back initially, and then maybe the top 3 to 5 vendors, depending on how big of a capital expenditure it is, we invite them in to speak to the group where we can ask questions, take a deeper dive in concepts, if you will, and ultimately, sometimes we even ask for proof of concept as well, especially when the vendor has a lot of bells and whistles and it appears like it could be a good system, but we want to be sure before we spend a lot of money on the system. So in the Unit 2 assignment, system procurement and implementation, as a procurement implementation lead for the new clinical trial system, how would you use the principles in the procurement and implementation process? So when you do your video, make sure that your lighting and your sound is correct, and you will record up to a 2-minute video. and there is a rubric attached to the assignment if you want to know what the specific criteria is, or please feel free to reach out to me with any questions, comments, or concerns. I am always here to support you. God bless you. I look forward to interacting with you in Unit 2, and I look forward to reading your Unit 2 assignments. Peace and blessings.